Low clearance. No daylight register. System remains active. Concrete breath circulates below the street. No horizon, only measured heat. Cables hum under layer feet. No rebellion, just repeat. Still remembers every step, every weight, every debt. Down here we don't rise, we stabilize with sky in sight, just pressure lines. Sub-level, sub-level, below the noise we settle. Sub-level, sub-level, no surface, just metal. Sub-level, sub-level, below the noise we settle. Sub-level, sub-level, no surface, just metal. Yeah. Ventilation feeds the dust. Names erased, replaced with rust. Air is filtered, trust is crushed. Motion steady, nothing abrupt. No signal lost, no signal sent. Below the grid we implement. No light flickers, no descent. The floor sustains the element. Sub-level, sub-level. No skyline, no echo. Sub-level, sub-level. We don't break, we settle.
We never stand alone, we stand on what was never shown. A network of support that never asked to be known. Still below the stone, pressure held in undertone. A spine beneath the skyline, keeping weight from overthrown. Every tower needs a layer that it doesn't advertise. Hidden girders, silent carriers that never claim the prize. We glorify the surface lines, the angles in the rise, but underneath the symmetry is labor in disguise. It's not collapse that scares the chorus being seen at all. The ones who hold the weight are trained to never let it fall. No headline for the underframe, no portrait on the wall. Just calibrated tolerance responding to the low call. Understructure, hold the weight. Understructure, seal the fate. Understructure, out of view. If we shift, so do you. Understructure, hold the weight. Understructure, seal the fate. Understructure, out of view. If we shift, so do you. Understructure. Stable, call it strong, call it engineered, but strength is just the silence of the things that interfered. We absorb the pressure first, so failure's never clear. We neutralize the tremor so the surface feels sincere. The higher that it climbs, the more it leans on what's below. Invisible alignment in the grid, you never know. We tighten every bolt so the fracture doesn't show, but pressure never vanishes, it gathers in the flow. It's not rebellion brewing here, it's structural fatigue. A slow and steady deviation nobody can see. If one support decides it doesn't wanna be, the rest will learn how fragile all the symmetry can be. Understructure, hold the weight. Understructure, seal the fate. Understructure, out of view. If we shift, so do you. Understructure, hold the weight. Understructure, seal the fate. Understructure, out of view. If we shift, so do you. Understructure, hold the weight. Seal the fate. Understructure, then don't break. Understructure, what's at stake? Understructure. 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 learned to measure truth. Polished conference rooms where every word is trimmed to fit the ceiling of the boom. We sign beneath the margins, we initial every doubt. Convince ourselves that silence is what stability's about. We build the frame with careful hands and call it common sense. We calculate the cost of speaking up against expense. We say the system functions, we say the numbers prove, but every metric hides the things we're frightened to remove. We tell ourselves it's order, it's the way it has to be. We trade a little honesty for long-term security. We smooth the edges down until no splinters can be found, but pressure doesn't vanish just because it's underground.
There's a fault line running under what we stand on. Thin as hair but deeper than the plan's drawn. We hold position steady, calm and composed, while something shifts beneath the load. There's a fault line no one wants to mention, hidden under layers of intention. We keep our balance, call it discipline, and feel the fracture start within.
That wouldn't trigger any alarms, to rap the sentence softer tones and keep it out of harm. I learned the art of compromise before I called it fear. To know the things I knew were wrong but needed to appear sincere. It isn't tyranny, it's subtle and control. It's how we edit parts of us to fit a given role. It's how we stay employed, aligned, acceptable and clean, while something heavier keeps pressing in between. We tell ourselves it's temporary, this is just a phase. We'll act when there is safety, we'll be brave and safe for days. But time is just another wall we build to store the cost, and every quiet adjustment is a little something lost.
There's a fault line running under who we claim to be. Not dramatic, just geometry. We stand upright, professional and fine, while something bends along the line. There's a fault line, moving slow and steady. We say we're strong, we say we're ready, but strength is not the same as being free. When the fracture starts in me. When the fracture starts in me.
They write the headline before the truth. They frame the image and sell the proof. They call it order, they call it peace. They move the border in small degrees. They say it's safety, they say it's law. They dim the footage you never saw. They raise the banner, they lower wages. They close the books, they edit pages. Public narrative, public control. Say it enough, it becomes the whole. Public narrative, repeat the line. If you don't question, you'll be fine. Public narrative, say it again, say it again, say it again. Public narrative, say it again, say it again, say it again. They track the movement, they log the sound, they map the silence across the town. They flag the keyword, they mute the feed. They call it balance, they call it need. They sell the crisis, they sell the cure. They sell the fear to make it pure. They set the volume, they set the tone. They tell you, you were not alone. Public narrative, public control. Say it enough, it becomes the whole. Public narrative, stay in line, stay in line, stay in line. Public narrative, keep it tight, keep it clean, keep it right. Public narrative, say it again, say it again, say it again. Obey the line, obey the line, obey the line, obey the line, obey the line.
They set the stage, they stripped the rage and locked the cage in place. They praise the game, they changed the frame to say we lost the race. They stacked the odds, applaud the fraud, adjust the data rate. They name it fate, debate too late, then call the loss first rate. They sell the fear, make it clear that hope is out of stock. They clock the talk, then block the walk, then blame the shock on shock. They write the rule, recruit the food, and cool the public mood. They choose the view, remove the truth, reduce the attitude. Prepare defeat and steady heat, repeat it on repeat. Concrete belief beneath our feet, defeat feels so discreet. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. Win and choose, built the bruise, it's the bruise. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. Set the fuse, set the news, set the news, set the news, set the news. Say, prepare to lose. Say it slow, say it twice, let it grow. Prepare to lose. Know the code, know the road, know the mode. Prepare to lose. Say it slow, say it twice, let it grow. Prepare to lose. Know the code, know the road, know the mode. They fun to spin and discipline descent within the lines. They thin the skin condition, sin is part of grand designs. They hype the threat, collect the debt, reset the narrative. They vet regret, forget the rest, protect the negative. They scan the face, erase the trace of anger in the crowd. They shroud the sound, surround the ground with metrics strong and loud. They price the voice, reduce the choice to noise in sterile rooms. They tune the doom, assume will bloom inside confined costumes. Prepare result, default, consulted and approved. Saluted, suited, undisputed, muted and removed. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. Built the band, built the band, built the bruise, built the bruise. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. It's not a shock, it's how they choose, how they choose, how they choose, how they choose. Yeah, prepare to lose, stay composed, stay aligned, stay enclosed. Prepare to lose, keep it tight, keep it right, out of sight. Prepare to lose, stay composed, stay aligned, stay enclosed. Prepare to lose, keep it tight, keep it right, out of sight. No sudden crash, a subtle slash across the spinal wheel. No riot flashes, data cache that proves the system still. No open war, just quiet door that closes while we wait. No broken law, just hidden clause that validates the state. We shake no chain, we bear the strain, we train to not resist. We list the risk, dismiss the twist, insist it can't exist. We call it peace, increase the lease on silence every year. We volunteer to disappear, to persevere in fear. Prepare to lose before we move, before we ever choose. The script is tight, the end is sight, prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. Say it once, say it twice, say it lose. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. Roll the dice, roll the dice, sing the vice, sing the vice, sing the vice. Yeah. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. No surprise, no excuse. Prepare to lose. Prepare to lose. They built the silence, file compliance, signed in private rooms, while public riots turned to quiet data-driven booms. They fed the fear, made it clear who sets the final say. They staged the threat and placed the bet that we would look away. They raised the stakes, embraced mistakes, then framed it as reform. They warmed the press with scripted stress to normalize the storm. They sold restraint as common sense, defensive architecture. But pressure stored behind the door becomes a detonator. Tick by tick, brick by brick, the rhetoric is flick by click, trick by trick. The fuse burns quicker, 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 quicker. This is the detonation, no negotiation. Built on rotation, the manipulation. Detonation, no negotiation. You call it order, we call it ignition. Detonation, 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 detonation. Count it down, 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 down. They draft the clause, redraw the laws and language clean and tight. They fight the lead, critique the weak, then dim the overhead light. They price dissent, invent consent, present it as a cure. Secure the vote, remote control, assure the insecure. They map the crowd, aloud to scream inside the frame. They tame the flame, rename the blame, rename it back again. They preach control of civic role, patriotic duty. But underneath the polished speech is pressure seeking beauty. Crack by crack, fact by fact, destruction starts to shiver. Stack black on black, the ground begins to quiver, 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 quiver. This is the detonation, no negotiation. Final notation, end of rotation. Detonation, no negotiation. You built the nation, we bring ignition. Detonation, detonation, done it. Detonation, detonation. Count it down, count it down, count it down, count it down. count it down, 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 down.
3, 2, 1.
Sparkless architecture, dark and overtight. Compress the scent beneath cement until it splits the night. No random flame and shears of blame arranged in measured rows. A slow corrosion of devotion, everybody knows. We swallow lines, adjusted spines align with every shift. We signed the code, we played the role, we gave the system lift. But every rule that bends the truth accumulates the charge. And every calm performed as norm just makes the fracture large. Now pressure beats the silence, leaks the surface won't contain. What you suppress, what you address is minor growing pain.
Detonation, detonation, got detonation, detonation, got detonation, detonation, you made the system, we made the rupture. Detonation, detonation, got detonation, detonation. Count it down, 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 down.
3, 2, 1.
The smoke hangs low, where the skyline used to argue. Windows open to a sky that no longer needs to warn you. Concrete folded in on promises and planning. Still been quiet like it's tired of understanding. No sirens now, just the echo of intention. No speeches left to manage public tension. The headlines freezing yesterday's explosion. But down here, it feels slower than erosion. Dust on the tongue tastes almost like relief. Not victory, not justice, something underneath. A space where all the pressure finally moved and left behind what couldn't be removed.
After the sun, there's no applause. After the sound, no righteous cause. After the sound, just open ground, nothing declared.
Crowd is thin, shadows and reflection. No more direction, no more correction. The flags hang still, not burned, just heavy. No chant, no rhythm, no pulse, not steady. The anger burned too fast to keep its shape. It left behind an architectural scrape. A hollow grid where certainty once stood. Exposed like wire and stripped of good. We thought the break would free the frame. Instead it only changed the name of what we stand on, what we lose. Prepare to win.
After the sound, there's only air. After the sound, no one there. After the sound, the ground been bare. After the fight, nothing to have. After the sound, just open ground, nothing to fight, nothing to hide. After the sound, after the sound, let it settle, let it settle.
The higher the floor, the thinner the air. The fewer the voices permitted up there. Access restricted by later design. A vertical order defined by a line. Permission ascends while the sin falls down. Gravity favors the upper crown. We call it merit, we call it rise. But ladders are built with selective ties. Each level depends on the one beneath. Yet power forgets what it needs to breathe. It speaks through policy, tone and pace. Never a scream, just a measured face. No visible chains, no visible wall. Just structured imbalance that governs all. From the top it always looks aligned. From below it never feels designed. From the top it's clean and justified. From below it's pressure amplified. From the top it always looks aligned. From below it never feels designed. From the top it's clean and justified. From below it's pressure amplified. Up above is calm and control. Down below the weight takes hold. Up above is calm and control. Down below weight takes its toll. Decisions descend like controlled debris. Cleanly framed as necessity. Every command is a polished tone, detached from the weight it leans upon. The base absorbs what the peak demands. Visibility resting on unseen hands. We sign the terms, align the frame, accept the shape without a name. It's not oppression in open view. It's structured distance that limits you. No riot needed, no raised voice. Just narrow pathway disguised as choice. The grid remains while the faces shift. The system stays, the roles uplift. From the top it always looks aligned. From below it never feels designed. From the top it's clean and justified. From below it's pressure amplified. From the top it always looks aligned. From below it never feels designed. From the top it's clean and justified. From below it's pressure amplified. Up above is calm and control. Down below the weight takes hold. Up above is calm and control. Down below it takes its toll. Up above is calm and control. Down below takes hold. Up above it's calm and control. Down below it takes its toll. It takes its toll. No cameras left but the lens still on. No speech to end what's already gone. No final word, no anthem sung. Just us where every flag was hung. No rescue team, no grand repair. No clean design in open air. We tore it down, we watched it fall. Now there's no echo left at all. No aftershock, no second wave. No monument above the grave. No archive line to summarize what didn't live and didn't rise. No righteous claim, no victory math. No moral high and aftermath. No aftermath. No replay. No clean slate. No new day. No aftermath. No applause. No reset. No cause. No aftermath. Say it twice. No advice. No device. No blueprint drawn in secret rooms. No tidy charts of former booms. No panel talk, no press debate. No promise sealed to renovate. No hidden clause, no softer tone. No throne rebuilt from broken stone. No martyr speech, no lesson learned. Just something lost and never earned. We burned it down without a map. Now silence fills the aftermath. Not peace, not rage, not hope, not wrath, just empty space and aftermath.
No aftermath, no replay, no restart. Anyway, no aftermath, no repair, nothing waiting anywhere. No aftermath, no aftermath.
They count the fall, they log the flame, assign a code, rename the blame. They scan the crowd, reduce the shout. Took percentages, they sort and route. They call it laws per capita, they chart the range and strata. They sell the graph as evidence of balanced governance. White noise census, say the stats. White noise census, all intact. White noise census, clean and dense. White noise census, say the stats. White noise census, all intact. White noise census, clean and dense. If it's measured, it makes sense. If they drag the trend, they trim the spike. They smooth the curve, we use the fight. They say the drag was not that steep. They say the system's still asleep. They count the void, they count the air. They count the things no one can bear. They close the file, approve the trend, declare the crisis at an end. White, 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 white. White noise census, say the status. White noise census, all intact. White noise census, clean and dense. White noise census, say the status. White noise census, all intact. White noise census, clean and dense. If it's measured, it makes sense. Sense. White noise census, nothing loud. White noise census, just the crowd. White noise census, data wins. Truth begins when how it ends. Lights still on but dim the bit. We don't quit, we just sit. Not defeated, not revived. Just surviving, still alive. No grand plan, no big move. Just a slower kind of groove. Energy and low reserve. Still observe. Low power mode, stay online. Low power mode, flat line. Low power mode, don't explode. Low power mode, carry load. Low power mode, stay online. Low power mode, flat line. Low power mode, don't explode. Low power mode, carry load. We don't rise, we don't fall. We adapt, that is all. Not a win, not a loss. Just a steady kind of cause. We conserve what remains. After cycles, after flames. Breathing slow, staying cold. Getting old. Low power mode, stay on the line. Low power mode, flat line.